Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're breaking down a really popular cosmetic procedure that promises tighter skin without a single incision: monopolar radiofrequency. You've probably heard of it by its most famous brand name, Thermage.
So, can you actually tighten up that sagging skin that, comes with age without having to go under the knife? It's a huge question, and it's why these non-invasive treatments have absolutely exploded in popularity. Let's dig into what the science really says.
One of the big players in this field is monopolar radiofrequency. It's actually been around for quite a while, promising to tighten skin with almost no downtime. And let's be honest, that's a massive part of the appeal for a lot of people.
Okay, so how in the world does this actually work? Well, it all boils down to using controlled heat deep down where it counts.
Basically, the device sends radiofrequency energy right through your skin. Now, your skin's tissue has a natural resistance to this energy, and when they meet, boom, it creates heat. And that heat is the secret sauce to the entire process.
So this process really happens in two phases. First, that heat gives your existing collagen an immediate little squeeze, which gives you some instant tightening. But the real magic, the long-term result, happens over the next few months as your body gets a signal to start building brand new, healthy collagen.
That all sounds pretty great on paper, but what's it actually like to sit in that chair and get it done? This is where we got to manage our expectations, especially when we talk about comfort.
The million-dollar question. This is what everyone wants to know. I mean, we are talking about heating your tissue, so you'd expect some discomfort. But how much are we really talking about?
Well, a 2020 survey of dermatologists found something pretty surprising. You'd think that with newer technology, it would get more comfortable, right? Well, about a quarter of the doctors surveyed said the latest device was actually more painful for their patients. Kinda counterintuitive.
And get this, that pain isn't the same all over your face. A 2023 study showed that without any specific pain management, almost half of the patients felt pretty significant pain along their jawline. But look at the neck. A whopping 92.3% reported noticeable pain there. Wow.
But here's the good news. The medical world is on it. That same study that pointed out the pain problem also successfully tested using targeted nerve blocks, kind of like what you get at the dentist, to make the whole experience way more comfortable.
Okay, so pain aside, what about other side effects? A big study from 2023 on a similar device found that the most common issues were pretty minor and temporary. We're talking things like bruising and some swelling.
So, what's the big picture on safety? Well, a survey of dermatologists using the newer Thermage FLX machine found that 98% of them reported a complication rate of less than 10%. So the main takeaway here is, yeah, minor side effects can happen, but overall, it's considered to have a strong safety profile.
All right, so you've made it through the procedure, you've managed the discomfort. Now for the part everyone's waiting for. What kind of results can you actually expect to see in the mirror?
The results are real, they're measurable, and they last. One study tracked the volume of patients' nasolabial folds, their laugh lines, and found a significant reduction that just kept getting better for at least 6 months. So your skin can keep improving long after you've left the clinic.
This really shows that the technology itself is solid and consistent. When researchers put a brand new RF device head-to-head against an older, established one, they found that both were safe and delivered pretty much the same results. That means you can probably expect reliable outcomes across different systems.
Now, this is a super important point. You have to be patient. That same study confirmed that, yeah, you'll see some changes around the 2-week mark, but the improvements in your skin's quality really kick into a higher gear by week 4, as all that new collagen keeps on building.
So let's say you've made the investment and gone through with the procedure. How can you make sure you squeeze every last drop of benefit out of it? A recent study looked at this exact question.
Researchers set up a pretty simple experiment. They took 2 groups of people, and both got a Thermage treatment. The only difference was, one group just used a basic moisturizer afterward, while the other group used a special cream packed with active anti-aging and skin-repairing ingredients.
And the results were honestly striking. The group that used the specialized cosmetics saw more than double the improvement in skin density compared to the group that just used a simple moisturizer. That is a huge difference.
And it wasn't just about density. The benefits were clear across the board. We're talking better hydration, smoother texture, fewer fine lines, smaller-looking pores, the whole shebang. It really suggests that what you put on your skin after the procedure can make a massive difference in your final results.
Which leaves us with a really interesting thought. Maybe the best anti-aging strategy isn't just about that one big procedure. Maybe it's about the partnership, combining these powerful treatments that work from the inside out with consistent, advanced care from the outside in. It kind of suggests the procedure is just the beginning of the journey, not the final stop.